In this video, you're probably searching for information on how to have a long-lasting, healthy relationship with your partner. Welcome to Committed to Change with your girl, LaTanya Carter, your relationship specialist. We're going to take this journey together. The question is, do you have the will to change? Relationships require work and are bound to have challenges, small and large. With your commitment and your willpower to do what it takes, you will have the relationship that you want with yourself and with others. Take out your paper and pen and let's begin. Case. And I realized that, me being forceful in communication caused him to shut down, which caused me to feel unloved in our relationship. So communication plays a big role in how you feel about your mate.
Yeah.
And once Conrad moved, you wanted to say something?
No, I was gonna say you saying something about you said your part and it would cause me to shut down and stuff. And my mentality at the time was it takes two people to argue, and if I'm not gonna argue, then you can say what you want to say, and to her point, I would just shut down and stuff at that point. But nothing was being resolved and stuff at that point. She would say what she wanted to say, and I would bite my tongue or whatever, however you want to call it and stuff. And then we let things die down. But because the issue was never resolved, it would come back up again at another time and stuff.
Oh, so you one of those? You want to argue?
I ain't gonna argue with you. You mad?
So you wasn't mad at me.
Argue with you.
Oh, but no. So yeah. So he's correct that it would just come up in another argument. So you would be thinking that person moved on, and that's the expectation that we have. Unrealistic expectations that if we don't talk about it, or if it goes away long enough, that it won't come back. And you may be wondering, why is somebody bringing something up that happened 10 years ago? It's because it was never resolved.
Yeah. She started kitchen sinking and then be like,
what you know about some kitchen sinking?
Be like, you filled my time up in 92.
See, I didn't even know you in 92, so there you go.
No, just using that as an example.
Right, no, so you're right. So there are so many barriers to effective communication. So I really think, so what do you think? So we've talked about reconnecting with God. We talked about finances. We talked about communication. Are there any other areas that, now that we are in a healthier part of our relationship, that you look back and say, what, we could have did better in that area as well?
I don't know. I can't think of anything right now off the top of my head. What about you?
Parenting?
Yeah, there could be some better things in parenting. I think for the most part, I kind of let you be the disciplinary when it came to the parenting, just because of I didn't want to kill him. But I think you did a good job and stuff on that, but I should have been more involved with that portion and stuff of it.
Right, and then we are a blended family too. So when I look back at it, I realized that in my insecurities, I wanted to have the control over all of our kids, including our middle child as well, when I should have allowed Conrad to lead in that area. But again, it goes back to him not wanting to argue with me, not wanting to have those issues. And so that's something else that I would have changed a little bit, is that we would have had more conversations on how to raise the kids together, because that can cause a lot of friction in the relationship as well. Parenting.
Yeah. I think we covered most of it with communication, finances, parenting. Yeah.
So let's talk about the good part. What are the good parts of a relationship?
I think the good part of the relationship is for us now that we've matured to a point financially and with communication and also that our children are almost out the house now, that we can really enjoy our life and vacation and see
Wait a
the
minute, you
world.
don't enjoy you don't enjoy the children. If you're watching, your daddy did not mean that. He did not mean that.
I'd like to see y'all. I'd like to see you go too, but no, I think we're at the point in our life now, just where we're really getting to the point where we can enjoy our life. And like Destiny, our youngest daughter, mentioned that, she has different expectations from us now, because she says that, what she said, we had her at a different time and things are, how does she phrase it?
Yeah, so when we had our first two children, like I mentioned, I went to school for 6 years. And so, of course, we had to budget our finances a certain way. And now that we both are doing well in our careers and our businesses, our youngest daughter said that, well, you had me at a different time in your financial life. And so I have different expectations than my siblings, right?
Yeah, because both of her siblings are older and out the house. So she thinks she rich.
So what advice would you give to couples that are trying to get to be in a relationship with no breakups for 20 plus years?
I think it's something that you have to work on. You got to commit to the relationship. You got to commit to change, because anytime you're in a relationship, there's going to be changes within you as you grow as a person, as you mature as a person, and as you grow as a couple, and as you mature as a couple. So there's going to be different seasons within your life and within your relationship. So you can't let the wintertime freeze you out. You have to, stay committed to the relationship and be prepared to weather the storm, no matter what the storm is.
I'm so proud of you. What you know about winters? So what season do you think we're in our relationship?
I don't know, but
Spring?
I
Summer?
mean, you would have to define the seasons for me.
I thought you knew that. You said winters. So winters are the most difficult seasons in a relationship. And spring and summer are the times where the relationship is going well. And then fall is when you have some turbulence, but not much. So when you mentioned winters, I just was like, oh, wow, I'm impressed. So you didn't read the 4 Seasons of Marriage. You gotta read that book.
Okay, well, we're in spring and summer then.
Okay, spring and summer. Okay,
Yeah.
I agree with that. Well, I want to say that in 2007, I probably would not think we would be here doing what we're doing now, because that was, to me, was the most difficult time in our relationship. But we, like he said, we weathered the storm, and now we are here in a good place in our marriage, and we're happy. And so I would just say that if you're going through turbulence in your relationship, don't give up. And I'm saying, if somebody beating on you or abusing you, then no, get out. But if it's just that you find yourself saying, I don't know him, I don't know her, or if you're saying that we argue too much and we don't know how to talk, right? Then I would suggest that you get the tools that you need and put them in your toolbox. And when you have those instances where there is turbulence in the relationship, where there are things that are going on that you're not happy with, then seek out a relationship specialist, seek out a therapist, seek out Google. Google can help you too, but I wouldn't recommend just being on Google all the time. I would definitely recommend working with someone that's a neutral party to enhance your overall relationship.
Yeah. And it's like they say, marriage is work. So when you think about work, if you worked at a place for a long time, for example, you started out at one position within that company or at that job. Then as you got more experience, you move to another position and so forth, and you work your way up the corporate ladder, or however you want to phrase it. And, of course, the farther you go up the ladder, you're making more money, you're more comfortable in your job. And the reason you're a manager now is because things that have happened in the past and how to handle different situations and stuff. So when you say marriage is work, look at it as work, just like that. And in order for you to sustain and have a long marriage, you got to work at it.
Right. I agree. You have to work at it. Okay, so let's play a game. You ready?
It's ready.
I already sent you the questions. So this will be your first time seeing the questions. And so I'm going to let you take the first question.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to pull an audible. Okay, who would I talk to if everything in my life went wrong? You should know this.
Your Uncle Jerome.
Correct.
Okay. If I were to text someone, who would I be texting?
Onika Popo James. Dr. Onika Popo James.
Okay, she's in the top 3.
Patrina Watkins.
Okay. Are you saying first and last name? Go ahead.
Both of those are wrong?
No, that was correct.
I thought it was just one person.
Okay. I'm just saying she's in the top 3. So Patrina's in there too. Okay, go
So
ahead.
who would round out the top 3?
I would be texting either my mom or, well, now I have a new friend, so, but.
Okay. I got you.
Okay, good.
Okay, so it's my turn. Would I rather spend an evening in with you or a night out with you?
A night out.
Correct.
Any chance that he can get out this house, he's gonna get out this.
Another continent, state, don't matter.
I know, right?
Okay, so you.
Okay, this might be a tough one for you. All right, so what am I most likely to argue about?
You are most likely to argue about if I said I was going to do something and didn't do it.
You're so smart. That is correct. That is correct. So the reason why I wanted to
done that.
The reason why I wanted to play this game was because it is so important to take time out with your spouse and get to know them better. You will be surprised of the things that may change within your relationship as you grow. And of course, like I said, we've been together 20 plus years now. So what we liked or did 20 years ago is not what we like and do now. Right? We used to vacation in Florida. Now we don't want to go to Florida unless we are going through Florida or going to Miami to get on a cruise ship, right? Our goals and aspirations are different than they were in the past. So it's so good to interact and see what do we know about each other. So I'm going to ask you one more question.
Okay.
What is your favorite thing about me?
My favorite thing about you is your personality.
My personality?
Yeah.
What about my personality?
Your personality and your the way you get along with people and your willingness to understand others.
All right. I take that. You got one more for me?
What nicknames do people call me?
Rad.
Okay.
C-Rad.
Yep. That's it.
Okay.
Those two.
And what do I call you? What do I call you?
Big Daddy.
Why did you say that so low?
I don't know.
Okay, so if I can only eat one food for the rest of my life, what would it be?
Beef ribs. Hands down, beef ribs.
Beef ribs, yeah, hands down, beef ribs. That's what I craved both my pregnancies was beef ribs, and I still love beef ribs. Yeah. I guess that's all the questions for now. But you can look up different games to play with your spouse. This was so great. Thank you for joining me today.
On episode 1, day 1 on episode 1.
Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for allowing me in your homes and taking this journey with me. Until next time, remember to always commit to change. If you're enjoying these videos so far, and if you missed any of them, please go back and check out my previous videos so that we can continue to grow together. As always, remember to commit to change. What was going on in 1995?
I can't remember.
Freaknik.
Oh yeah, Freaknik.
Oh, that's how we met. But that was not a good ending, right? It wasn't our time. We dated, but I don't think that. You think that was our time?
No, we were both young and learning ourselves at the time.
I agree with that. So the first thing that I would like to say is that when God gives you something, it may not be yours in that moment, but He will bring it back to you. So when we met the second time was in Welcome to Committed to Change. And I realized that. So you want to tell the people how we met? And then we are a blended family too. So when I 7, I probably would not think we would. When you bring God into your union, it definitely will last. Welcome to Committed to Change with your girl, LaTanya Carter, your relationship specialist. We're going to take this journey together. The question is, do you have the will to change? Relationships require work and are bound to have challenges, small and large. With your commitment and your willpower to do what it takes, you will have the relationship that you want with yourself and with others. Take out your paper and pen and let's begin.
Hi, content creator, you, the podcast host, you, the radio host, content creators in general. I'm speaking directly to you. Do you have a vision? Do you have a passion? Do you have something in your heart that you feel that your followers need to see? Are you in love and passionate about creating content visually? That I have just a plan for you. I have a production company, a team waiting to assist you. And whatever that passion and dream and love is, we can create your content for you. We can edit your content all in a professional manner. Give you the look that you're looking for so that you can reach more people, appeal to more people, and be more attractive to your current content followers. So if you're a content creator, podcast host, radio host, reach out to me, FYP Productions. We got it, what you need.